Hi, I'm Eileen from the Newburgh Free Library. This time we are making pumpkin pie garland. We'll start out with a strip of felt that measures 3.5 inches by 12 inches, and we'll use a cardstock template. This triangle is 3.5 by 4 by 4 inches. So you're going to place the template on the felt, okay, and just trace it. And then put it upside down. Use a ruler if you'd like. So you'll be making 5 triangles. And then cut them out. Until you have the 5 triangles. Next, you'll have 2 strips of the cream colored felt. So they measure 4.5 by 12 inches long. And you'll be using the template that's 4 by 4.75 by 4.75 inches. So again, you're going to trace the triangle. Trace the larger triangle on the cream colored felt. So you'll get 4 on 1, 2, 3, 4 on one piece of the felt, and then cut out the 5th triangle on that second piece of felt. Now trace it. And then cut it out. So once you have 5 large and 5 small, we're going to take the one of the large triangles and fold it in half. And then I'm going to cut the edge at the top, so it's going to be a scalloped edge. You can trace it if you want before you cut, but basically I'm just cutting it out. It's going to look like a heart. And then I open it up. Okay, and that's got that scallop top edge. I'll show you that again. I'm going to fold it in half. If you want to, you can trace a scalloped edge along the top, which is going to be 1 and then 2. Okay. So do that for all 5 of the cream colored triangles. Next we will mark the cream colored triangle. You want to mark about a 1/4 inch from the top and a 1/4 inch inside, 1/4 inch from the top, a 1/4 inch from the side, and then you're going to go down 1 inch, so about 1 inch down, 1 inch from the side, 1 inch from the side. Okay, so that's what it looks like. We're going to, if you'd like, you can use a hole punch. This is where we're going to put the cord to hang our garland through these holes. So you could use a hole punch if you have one. What I'm going to do is to just use my scissors, and I'll bring it in there nice and close and just give it a tiny snip. Really, it just has to be a tiny little hole there. Okay, and I'll do the same thing here. Just a tiny snip. Again. And again. And then the final hole. Okay, so you can see we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 little holes. All right, we'll do that again. You can see. It's about a 1/4 inch from the top. On this side, a 1/4 inch on that side. And then 1 inch down. And 1 inch from the side, and 1 inch, right, 1 inch from the side. Then I will just give a tiny snip. Okay, now do the same for the other 3 cream colored triangles. Next, we will pass the cord through our pieces of pie crust. So we're going to find the holes. Again, you want to turn it so that any marks are on the back. This side looks good. And we're going to go from the front to the back, passing the cord through. All right, so then we'll go through to the front, and then through that next hole to the back, and then through the 4th hole to the front. Pull that along the cord a bit. And then we go through this side. We'll pass it from the front to the back. So over the front to the back, want to snip the cord every once in a while. Makes it easier. Put it through, front to the back. And then through to the front, through to the back. I'm going to make a hole just a tad bigger. Makes it easier. And then pass it down. I would say at the end maybe have an arm's length. All right, and then your first piece of pie crust. Then maybe 3 or 4 inches in, have the next piece of pie crust. And you're going to do the same for the remaining 3 pieces. So now you pass the cord through the 5 pieces of pie crust. They're about 4 inches apart. And then at the end, that's about 18 inches. You'll have about 18 inches of cord on each end. The next thing we'll do is we're going to attach the pie filling to the pie crust. Okay, so it's basically passing around the pie filling. All right. And you can see we're covering this piece of the cord with the pie filling. You could use, to attach it, if you wanted to use a glue gun, that would work. Glue dots, just place the dots, that could work as well. I like to use this tacky glue when I'm attaching felt to felt. So what I'm going to do is squeeze a little out. You don't need to put it on too thick. I'm going to just spread it. Make sure you get it up into the corners. That's important to have the corners stick. The points on your triangle. And then I'm going to match it up with this bottom point of the piece of pie and just press it. Okay. And give it a good pinch. Okay, and you're going to do the same thing, gluing the other 3 triangles to the pie crust. The final step is to add whipped cream. So I'm going to start out right about the center, put a really big squeeze of glue, and then on top of that we're going to put our little pom-pom. That should dry clear, that glue. Okay. All right, so each piece of pie add some whipped cream. Okay, and make sure you press it down. There we go. Be sure to let your creation dry completely before you hang it. We hope you enjoyed making this pumpkin pie garland, and have a happy Thanksgiving.